Okay guys, in this tutorial objective will be to list all categories, and we need to follow specific order to get there, because if you mix that order maybe you're gonna end up confused. So just follow me slowly what I'm doing here. Okay, we do have category in our models.py, that's fine, these things work. So navigate to views.py and here add new line, this line from Django.views import generic, which means that right now we are not manually creating that listing, we are creating it based on generic options provided by Django. Basically 2 lines of code is what we need to do here. As they say, create your views here. So this is something you absolutely must have. And now we're gonna target those categories, product instances, buyers, subgroups, subcategories and so on. Anyway guys, class, what are we targeting? Categories, categories. What is that thing? It is a list, okay, a list of categories, and it is view, because we are in views.py. Now you can type whatever you like here, like category, categories, blah blah blah, and just leave this list view here, not just for categories but also for many other models you have, because list view is just list view. It is easily recognizable in your files when you search through it. So yes, this is totally up to you, this name, but just have list view at the end of it. Right. So the next thing is we're gonna call that generic option. How? Well, generic, because we do have it here. And what are we targeting? What we do need? Well, it is a list view. Okay, so this is from Django. Okay, code from Django, and this is your name for that thing. So this thing is absolutely custom as a name, but you must type generic.listView here exactly as I have it. So don't type anything else here. So yes, this list view, your custom stuff is from this list view. Okay. So question is, how we are going to get into models in that category thingy? Well, we're gonna target specific model. So model equals category. Category, and guys, that's pretty much nothing else. When you have this views.py will get stuff from models. It will be like linked to here. So these are your models, and these are views that correspond to those models. And model, just have that as I have it here. Okay, don't use any other name, just use model here. Exactly, model, not models, model. Right. So when you have that, then in our shop we need to have dedicated local url.py, because as I said in the first probably tutorial, it is not enough to have global URLs, you also need to have local URLs. So I'm gonna create it, new file, urls, urls.py. So the name is same. So go here and copy paste this right here. Okay, and because this is a local switching board, you don't need admin, because you already have it in global URLs. So what you need is just this line, and you don't need this line because, as I said, we already have it in global urls.py. So let's just delete it. But what we do need to have here, well, we must include that listing from views.py. We must create that path. So how we are going to do that? Well, first we need to import views. How? Well, from import views. So to create paths here, first you need to import this file. Okay, and now we can create it. How? Well, you're gonna say path, and then what will be the path on a website? Well, you can put whatever you like here, but just make it, reasonable, common sense. The path will be, in my case, just categories. Categories, slash, don't forget slash when you're creating categories, and then target those specific views. So what kind of views we have for now? Just categories list view. So copy paste that right here and type categories list view. Okay, but before that you need to have these views because it is from views.py. So type views dot, and now you can access it because these things are in this file, and now you have it. Right. Next thing is we must say, because this is guys generic listing, how we are going to use that? Well, we're gonna use it as view. Yeah, I know it's kind of confusing, but that's what we need to do. Okay, it's all in Django documentation. How to do that? Well, just type as, don't forget that, as view, and these brackets, parentheses, whatever the name is. Okay. Now, is it enough? Well, basically yes, but you also need to have like a name for this route, for this path in your templates, because you want to have your templates to be like easily changeable, dynamic, because you don't want to hard code things. So this thing must have like alias. So how you're going to do that? Well, you're gonna say comma and then name, and I'm not inventing these things, guys. This is all in documentation. You must say name here. So name equals, and what will be alias for this route in the templates we are going to create? Well, it will be categories. Categories without slash, because this is just a name, guys, and this is path, how path really look like. And because we can have multiple paths, we actually gonna have them a lot, we're gonna use comma here. Okay, that is the thing with urls.py. Okay, so the next thing is we need to include these local URLs in global URLs. Well, how? Well, we will just say here after path that we want to activate those local URLs with include. So now we can use that command down there. How? Well, we are going to say path, and when end user reaches the either categories slash or our domain, we want to include all those routes from local URLs. How? Well, we're gonna say comma and include all these local URLs. Okay, so you're gonna say shop because that's the name of our local project. Is that enough? No, you also need to say .urls. Okay, and just use comma here. Okay, that's the thing. So you're pretty much done with URLs and views. Now check this template here. Here we need to activate base template so that all other listings can inherit from base template. So let's click here on new file and let's call it base.html. So we're gonna steal code from Bootstrap 4. Okay, let's click here and get started, and we need that core of Bootstrap, JavaScript and CSS and JQ and whatever. All right, so starter template, we're gonna steal everything from here. And actually in the last couple of days they add these two options, like option 1 and option 2 to get JavaScript thingies. Anyway guys, that's not the problem. So copy, and I'm gonna just paste it here in base.html. So let me see what they have. Right, this is a comment, we don't need it, we just need to choose one of these two options. So I will delete that thing, I don't need it, I will delete that thing. And guys, that's pretty much it, because this is a comment, we actually need to delete that. Actually they add this in the last couple of days, so it's kind of weird, I need to delete stuff. Right, so let me see what else is here that we need to change. Right, So here for hello world we can add our shop there. Or actually this is just h1, so I will delete this, I don't need it. Hello world will become our shop. Okay, save, and required meta tags, this is just a comment, and down there I'm gonna create a section for actual Django code. So in Django there is this thing. It's the name of it is Django Tags. Okay, so when you have parentheses and percent symbol, you're opening some kind of tag. And in this case, we are working with a block of code. And every time when you define such a thing, you need to give it a name. So content in my case, and that's actually not enough. You also need to close it. So why do you need that thing at all? Because whatever you put here in a base template, it will be available all over the child themes. But the moment when you change something in block content in child themes, those things will become primary, and whatever is in base template will be disregarded. So basically this is like an empty box that will be fulfilled in child templates. Okay, so let's have that thing for now right here. Okay, we need that, and we also need a navigation bar from Bootstrap. So again, we need to steal things. Here I'm gonna type navbar, and let me see what I'm gonna grab. Yeah, we can get this. Okay, why not? We can get this, copy, and we're gonna put that, of course, before content. Copy, paste, and now we're gonna change navbar to our shop. This is name of horizontal navigation at the top of your website. Actually, there is no need to change a lot of things here. What else we need to change? Well, we will... What is this? Just a second. We will delete this, and we will use just a couple of generic links, which means that we don't need to have any kind of drop down menu, which means we will delete from here totally down there, and also we're gonna delete disabled, whatever is disabled. So we have leftovers, and leftovers are useful. Let me delete this. Okay, so what we have here is a UL, and in that UL we're gonna have all links. So what is this? This is some kind of form. We also don't need it. Right, so first link will be a link to categories. Yes, categories, which means that here we need to substitute link with actual path. And how to say that in Django? Well, you're gonna use these parentheses and again percent symbols, and you're gonna say URL. So that means whatever is after URL will be treated as internal link, internal path. And we have actually that in our routes already because of these categories. Okay, this is the path, and this is the thing we need to use in templates. That's the whole purpose of this alias. So let's navigate to base.html, and we're gonna put categories here, but put it as just as a string. Okay. Just a quick note, if here you're using double quotes, inside use single quotes, just to not mess things up. Okay, so this is one part of the story. Let me just fix this vertical space, it's kinda ugly. Right. Okay, is that enough? Well, no, because now we need individual listings. This is just the base template, so now we need individual listings. What we're gonna do is on the templates, go there and create shop folder. Okay, so this shop is inside templates, and templates are inside shop. So this is your local project, but this shop is just dedicated for templates, and you need to have this alignment of files and directories inside the templates if you want to use generic views. That's how things are. Okay, so shop, and in shops we're gonna click next, new file, and now because we are targeting categories, we're gonna say that name of categories list will be, well, just that, category list. Category list. Now you must add underscore list if you want to use generic options .html. Don't forget that. And now we're gonna have a couple of lines here. Well, first thing is this category list must inherit from base template. So how we are going to say that in Django terminology? Well, again, Django tag, and we're gonna extend this child theme from base template. How? Well, extends from base.html. Okay, and remember guys, when I was talking about block of content, which in base template is just an empty box that will be fulfilled with real content from category list. In this case, well, yeah, we are right that. We must use it now, block content. So whatever you do right now, type here, and when you run your server, something will be populated here. Did I explain that correctly? Probably I am. So these things will be dynamic, but all other HTML will be from base.html, from base template. So this is dynamic stuff for local list, and all other things are from base template. So here, to get those things, that listing of categories, we're gonna say for loop. We're gonna use for loop here. How? Well, we will use these tags again in classical Python for loop. For X or for page in category list, we will print that thing. And what are we printing here? Well, let's just put it into lies first. And we are printing page.name. Now why do we have lies here? Because we will have many categories, so they will be presented as unordered list. So if you're going to use unordered list, then here we're gonna say, well, before for loop, and also down there we need to close it with a /ul, but also we need to close for loop. How we are going to do that? Well, we're gonna say right here and for. Okay, let me separate this a little bit, maybe it's better, it's easier to understand. So this page is you can use whatever you like here, okay, because this thing is unique category, and for categories you see that for models that we have names. So this is the field we care about. So for self we are extracting in this case name, just that. Okay, so hopefully right now when I go to name category is not defined, so probably I didn't include something in something. Let me see what's up. Right, so in a views I need this generic option, but I also need to include stuff from models. So from .local models I will import category. And guys, to realize this you just need to have to create a lot of errors. Okay, there is no way that you will know this on top of your mind. So yeah, don't worry about it. And our server is working correctly now because I corrected that error, and let me run it again just in case to be sure that changes are applied. So hopefully now when I navigate to categories / then I will see a listing of all categories. Right, so where I am, /categories, and enter, and there you go guys, I do have it. Page name, alright, so I do have, this is stupid, why I do have this problem and not real stuff. Just a second. So these things are hard-coded, which is stupid. Where is my editor? Right here. Page name is from this for loop, which means it's hard-coded, so I'm not using dynamic extraction of real results. So what you need to do is just use these brackets, parentheses. I need to learn what the real name of these things are. Anyway, so when you use these things, then results will be grabbed from database and not they will not be hard-coded. Okay, so official term in Django is variable. So these are tags with parentheses with percent symbol, and these doubles are variables. Right, and now hopefully everything will be fine. And there you go guys. So let me check what's happening in the background. View page source. Right, so we do have everything activated. Bootstrap is activated. Now bar leads pretty much to navigation bar leads to nowhere. I need to correct this, but this one is fine. Okay, this one is fine, and this thing here is exactly from, if you remember, block content. So this hole in a base template is fulfilled with real results, and all these things are from Bootstrap. So what I was about, I need to change this thing to like some useful URL. Right, where is that? In a base template. In a base template, our shop will have, for example, same URL as categories. So you can double click it and you will get the same results. Save, and okay, that's cool, server works. And now when I refresh my home page, they need to lead to same thing. Okay, right. So observe what is happening here. Link is correct, and when I hover over here, the link is again correct. Okay, so that works. So what else can we do here? For example, if we care about base template, where is that thing? Base template, this is kind of ugly, you know, like a color of it. So you can use all different Bootstrap colors like warning and danger and success and info and primary and probably secondary. So here just it's very easy to change color of navbar. So just say dark, and here substitute light with success, and we're gonna have green navigation bar hopefully here. Right, there you go. Sure, you can experiment, as I said, with different Bootstrap colors, but yeah, this looks like a cool stuff to begin with. Okay, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, guys, in the next tutorial, we're gonna create a listing of, let me see, where is that thing? Listing of all subcategories. Yeah, we do have categories, and in next tutorial, we're gonna roll through subcategories and then product instances and then buyers in the future tutorials. Right, I'm gonna shut up. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you there.